All right, if you don't know that show, then where have you been the last, I think it came out in '94, so 25 years. I remember seeing it in the theater. It's been a Broadway staple for years, and now one of the great family-friendly shows is here at the Bushnell. It's The Lion King. And joining us to talk about the experience, this is like no other show. MUFASA actor GERALD RAMSEY and the understudy playing Banzai, Derek Adams, who is a Connecticut native.
Yes.
From where?
I'm from Monroe, Connecticut.
Thank you for coming back home. How does it feel to be home?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
We've been on the road for about 10, or I've been on the road for 10 months. And so it's been great to travel, but it's great to be able to be home with family and friends.
You know, when you take the stage, you got to step it up because you got family and friends watching, don't you?
Yeah. People who definitely will be looking at only me, not the whole show.
No pressure. Talk about you. You've been on the road for 3 years.
3 years.
It's your first show?
My first show, it wasn't planned. I didn't plan to get into theater.
How did you get it? How did you fall into it? Talk about a first show. How did you fall into it?
Well, I was living in Hawaii, in Oahu on the North Shore, and Lion King came through Honolulu about 4 years ago and had an open call. And a friend of mine said, you should go audition. I said, there's no way. Like, I had other plans in my head to go into education. And she said, if you audition, I'll buy you lunch.
That's all it took.
That's all it took. Free food. You got me. And I'm still here for the free food.
You do fine in television. We do a lot for free food as well, by the way. So let's talk about this, because this is not like any other show, whether you've seen it on or off Broadway. This is an experience, and we can throw that word around easily, but there's something a lot different to this. What's it take to be an actor in this show?
It's an amazing show to be a part of, and there's kind of a responsibility to like just bring this awesome story across the country, you know, because it's not like anything you've seen. We're taking on animals and, you know, multiple roles and all of this thing. It's really spectacular.
We're showing some clips of it now. The costumes are mesmerizing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, can I say the word puppeteering? Would that be
puppetry,
okay?
for sure.
Okay, talk about the puppetry part. You have, MUFASA, I mean, you have obviously the key role here.
Yeah, I have one style of puppet is that mask that sits on top of Mufasa's head. Scar has a similar mask. And the mask and puppetry comes from all over the world. And we're not hired as puppeteers.
Right.
We're all actors and singers and performers.
It's not something you like minor in when you're in theater school. How hard was it to adapt to this? Not only to know your lines and hit your marks, but to run the puppetry as well.
I think Hyena has one of the most difficult puppets to work with.
Yeah. So I understudy Banzai, which is one of the hyenas.
Sure.
And the mask is, you know, you puppet through your hand, but it really is a full body experience, you know, to create the shape of the animal and create the sight line. And the more time you have with the character, it really starts to come alive. And what's crazy is that eventually people stop seeing the human, you know, and that's what really allows people to just get sucked into the story, because you just are focused on the characters.
And the music is iconic as well. Yeah. And you guys, as the actors and actresses, and you go into the audience as well. You know, it really is. You really do this. I know the big buzzword in theater is immersive, and this really is the original immersive experience, isn't it?
I mean, you're going to hear words like, how you said, experience. You're going to hear immersive. Spectacles are the word that people throw on a lot.
Right.
But at the end of the day, Lion King is spirit. It's a soul. It's soul music. And we're not just talking about American soul, but it's straight from Africa. And that's going to stir something in you. Whether you speak Zulu or not, it's going to move you.
And you also hear passion, which is really impressive considering he started with a free lunch for this. So, gentlemen, you're here for an extended run. There are still tickets available at thebushnell.org. We'll link you to that through our Fox61.com page. I would say break a leg, but in this case, don't break the puppets. Right? Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you greatly. All right.